The Bat by Dock Havey. Lights come up to reveal a young man at his kitchen table on a Zoom call.
Hey Jane, do you want to get together tonight for my birthday?
There's a pandemic. Are you crazy?
Man, quarantine sucks.
Yeah. But it's like you can just reverse it so that it won't happen.
Yeah, but my grandpa did say.
We hear pots clanking as Richard's mother bangs the pots while washing dishes.
Never mind. Zoom with you tomorrow.
Dinner's almost ready.
Meatloaf again? I'll be glad when we can finally go back out to restaurants.
Richard hears his mother's Amazon Echo playing Cher's song, If I Could Turn Back Time.
If I could turn back time.
Richard gets an idea.
I gotta do something. Be right back.
Lights go down as we see Richard put on his mask and walk out the kitchen door as we transition, and lights come up on the Grampy pod in the backyard.
Hey Grandpa, do you still have that old time machine you built?
Why do you ask?
I'm so sick of COVID and I really want to save humanity.
Well, that's really valiant of you. When did you get so mature?
I guess I really just want to see my girlfriend in that new Marvel movie.
Okay. The time machine's in the garage. The keys are right next to my pictures of the Illuminati. Now, don't tell anyone. And whatever you do, don't mess up the timeline. That's how I lost my time traveler's license.
Richard goes into his grandfather's garage. Lights come up as he enters. He uncovers the time machine that he only knows about.
It's Chinatown, baby.
Richard uses the key to program it to go to Wuhan, China, November 2019, and somehow it worked. As the time machine spins around and rises, smoke comes out of it as we hear noises very similar to the TARDIS from Doctor Who. Pew, 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 woo, 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 woo. As this is happening, the stage rotates to a new setting when the time machine lands and opens to a busy Chinese marketplace.
Whoa. That was easier than I thought it would be. And it looks like I happen to be in the middle of the marketplace where the bat was that they said spread COVID.
Richard gets out of the time machine and finds a particularly interesting nocturnal mammal waiting to see him, who happens to be human-sized. The Bat is a character who transcends space and time, but looks like a 45-year-old Robert De Niro in a bat suit.
You looking for me?
Yikes. How'd you know I was looking for you?
Let's just say I am all-knowing. I embody all that's wrong with humanity.
Look, dude, a deadly virus that's linked to you might overtake the world if you stay in this marketplace.
I know that. I'm all-knowing.
Oh, right.
But look, you got it all wrong. That virus didn't start here. Listen, I know a guy. Go to the Vatican in Rome.
The Vatican?
No, the Vatican. Ask for the nocturnal Pope. Tell him the bat sent you.
Well, I guess my day's gonna get longer. Bye, Bat.
Richard goes back into the time machine and uses his grandpa's key to go to the Vatican. The time machine shines a lot of flashy light and makes a lot of noise as he travels to the Vatican, Italy. Vroom, 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 vroom. He then exits out of the time machine door and sees a huge church inside a gigantic bat cave. Then Richard quickly goes inside the shining doors of this magnificent temple and sees a very weird human bat hybrid who's very holy. He's wearing a 12-foot hat with a human cardinal hybrid standing next to him.
Are you the Bat Pope? You're bigger than I expected.
Yes, my son. What do you need help with?
The bat said you could help me stop the coronavirus.
You mean what my colleague Asiliops is unleashing on the world? Even though I'm Catholic, I'm going to send you to a Greek god. It's okay. Go to the Garden of the Germ in Athens, Greece, spring 2019. Ciao.
No thanks, I can't. I ate already. Bye.
The time machine shines a lot of flashy lights again as he travels to the Garden of the Germ. He exits out of the time machine to see a Cheekwood-esque garden. He sees a man standing on a gazebo performing chemistry. He looks like Albert Einstein in a toga.
Asiliops?
No! Dang it! I was working on my top secret evil scheme.
Hey, that's really not nice.
Well, what do you want?
I want to put an end to this awful disease that strikes in 2020.
Okay, I will. On one condition. Get your people to be nice to the environment and to each other.
Deal. Thanks.
Now off, mortal!
Say hi to your dad, Apollo. I hope his future stays bright.
Richard gets back into the time machine and has a hard trip back. He may or may not have made another stop or two. He has a rough landing and he gets hit on the head and knocked out. He wakes up and rubs his head.
Man, did that really happen? Did I really end up meeting the world leaders about world peace and climate change? I must be losing it. That must have just been some weird dream.
He walks onto his yard and sees neighbors out on the street hanging out together without distance or proper facial protection.
COVID idiots.
Richard walks into his family's kitchen and sees his mother wearing fancy clothes.
Why are you wearing nice clothes? That look like it's a fancy dinner. What do you...
Because it's your birthday, silly. We're going to your favorite restaurant, Little Joe's.
You're crazy, Mom.
Richard walks into his room and sees Jane.
You shouldn't be here. We're in the middle of a pandemic.
What are you talking about, doofus? We're going out for your big birthday dinner with your parents and grandparents.
You mean just my grandfather, right? My grandmother. Never mind.
Oh, and surprise, I got us tickets to see Black Widow on Saturday.
Wait a minute. That release got pushed to next year because of COVID.
What? Because of Kofefe? You know it's the big release we've been looking forward to this weekend. Come on, stupid. Let's go.
Jane walks out of the room and Richard stares at himself in the mirror.
Oh my God. It worked. Yes! Woo!
Lights out. End of play.